They call it Hell Creek. But 6 million years ago, it was a paradise. A humid, green cathedral, ruled by a single, terrifying architect. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. 12 meters of evolutionary perfection. A walking extinction event.
Binocular vision. A sense of smell better than a bloodhound. Nothing hides from him.
He doesn't hunt with speed. He hunts with inevitability. The prey knows the rhythm. Silence means death is walking. For 2 million years, this creature has been the absolute limit of biological power. But looking down from the canopy, you realize how fragile a king can be. Above him, the universe is loading a gun. He just can't hear the click. He is worried about his next meal. Not the rock traveling 40,000 miles per hour. Size is his armor. But in a few days, size will become a death sentence.
Be honest. If you were hiding in this brush, would you hold your breath or run?
This isn't a movie. It's physics. 12,000 pounds of bite force.
He has survived infection, starvation, and rivals. He thinks he is invincible.
The sun sets on the Cretaceous. The last normal sunset this planet will see for millennia.
The energy requirements are massive. He needs to eat tons of meat just to exist.
There it is, the intruder. Getting brighter every hour. A mountaintop falling from space. Aimed at the Yucatan. Sleep well, King. The rain ends tomorrow.
The countdown has started. The era of the dinosaur is down to minutes.
Dawn breaks. But the light is wrong. The air tastes like ozone. He senses the pressure drop. The static in the air. The meek are getting ready to inherit the earth. He challenges the sky. But gravity doesn't care about dominance.
Impact! 2,000 miles away. The hammer has dropped.
Blindness first. The shockwave is coming. The ground turns to liquid. The investigation begins now.
The king is dead. He just doesn't know it yet. The file is open. The evidence is about to be buried.
Subscribe to the Savannah Sagas. We have 24 hours of survival left to analyze.
Time of death. 66,040,000 BC.
The suspect is a carbonaceous chondrite asteroid, 10 kilometers wide.
It hits at 20 kilometers per second. That's not an explosion. It's a kinetic energy injection. 100 teradons. Imagine 10 billion atomic bombs detonating at the exact same millisecond. That is the baseline.
Everything within 600 miles is vaporized instantly. No fossils, no evidence, just plasma.
The air blast travels faster than sound. It flattens forests across the continent before the ground even shakes.
Hell Creek, 3,000 kilometers away. The seismic waves arrive first. Magnitude 11. The ground acts like water.
The western interior seaway sloshes back and forth. a mega tsunami burying the coastlines in seconds.
But the real killer is in the sky. Billions of tons of molten rock thrown into suborbital space.
It gaze up as rock. It comes down as glass bullets. Tektite.
Re-entry. The friction from billions of falling rocks heats the atmosphere to the temperature of a pizza oven.
Radiant heat. You don't need fire to burn. The air itself is cooking the planet alive.
The apex predator runs, but you cannot outrun the atmosphere. The global temperature spikes to 500 degrees.
This heat pulse lasted for hours. Look at your local map. Would your current shelter survive a 400-degree oven?
The only way to survive is to go under. 6 inches of dirt is the difference between life and extinction.
The large herbivores fall first. No burrows, no escape. They cook where they stand.
The king is trapped in a canyon. The sky rains molten glass. Every breath burns the lungs.
The fires rage for days. Then, the suit settles in the upper atmosphere. The lights go out.
Photosynthesis stops. Immediately. The food chain is cut at the root. He survived the blast. He survived the heat. But the investigation reveals a crueler death awaits.
The plants die. Then the herbivores die. The math is simple, and it is brutal.
A warm-blooded giant needs 200,000 calories a day. There are 0 calories left in Hell Creek.
Vaporized gypsum releases sulfur. Acid rain begins to fall. The water turns to poison.
The oceans acidify. The plankton dissolve. The extinction is now vertical, from sky to seafloor.
The ballistic phase is over. The energy has dissipated. Now begins the impact winter. His body is a machine running on fumes. He is walking into a famine that will last a decade.
Small hunger is manageable. Massive hunger is a death sentence. The hierarchy has flipped.
The kinetic energy didn't kill him. The thermodynamics will.
3 months of darkness. The cold sets in. Global temperatures drop by 30 degrees Celsius.
A tropical predator in a nuclear winter. The case file is getting colder.
Is the line. Everything below is history. Everything above is recovery.
Space dust. Iridium. The fingerprint of the killer, pressed into the rock forever. The blast was the gun. The winter was the bullet. The king is down.
75% of all species. Gone. The slate isn't just cleaned, it's smashed.
The crime scene is cold. But the survivors are already moving in the shadows. The fire is out. Now comes the long hunger. Stay with the evidence. The fire is gone. Now, the silence sets in. Welcome to the impact winter.
Sunlight is gone, so plants die. But fungi? They are having a feast. The world is rotting.
Our suspect is still moving, but the engine is failing. He's burning muscle just to stay warm.
It's a bottom-up collapse. No plants, no herbivores.
No herbivore.
No king. He's not a hunter anymore. Here's a scavenger, scraping jerky off frozen bones.
The rivals are watching, waiting for the giant to fall.
Efficiency is the new dominance.
Memory is a ghost. The world he was built for doesn't exist anymore.
Reflexes dulled by starvation. The neurological firing rate slows down.
Hypoglycemia. The brain is starving. Reality is slipping away.
crocodile survives this by shutting down for a year. The T-Rex can't. Which strategy would you choose?
Night is the enemy. Without the sun's heat, the ambient temperature drops to lethal levels.
He seeks the Earth's heat, but the planet has turned its back on him.
The next generation is gone. Even if he survives, there is no legacy. Indignity. The food is walking on him. He's too weak to care.
Another gray dawn. The metabolic cost of waking up is too high. Gravity wins. Once a multi-ton animal goes down, it rarely gets back up. The internal combustion engine stops. The king has left the building. Nature is efficient. He is no longer a predator. He is a resource.
His death gives life to the survivals. The energy is transferred. Years pass. The dust settles. And finally, green returns. The river rises. The sediment covers the bones. The burial begins. Time becomes weight. Pressure turns bone to stone. The file is sealed in the rock record.
66 million years later, the evidence resurfaces.
We found the body. Now we have to write the report.
We mount the bones. We call him a monster. But he was just a victim of bad timing.
And the killer? It's still out there, in the asteroid belt.
The shadow play reveals a profound truth. The lineage of the dinosaur lives on in the birds that fly today.
King of the jungle to a bucket of wool. Nature has a dark sense of humor. Thoughts?
The reconstruction is complete. But the final verdict requires one last look at the evidence.
We need to understand why we are here, and he is not.
Mammals were the underdogs. We won the lottery. That thin line of clay is the most important page in the history book. The act is over, but the lesson remains.
Prepare for the final judgment.
We are entering the final phase. Type proceed to close the case. 66 million years later, the scene of the crime is quiet. Just rock and wind.
We dig them up. We measure their bones. We try to understand the magnitude of the loss.
This line, the K-Pg boundary, it separates the age of monsters from the age of mammals.
One moment of violence, locked in stone forever. A planetary reset button.
The verdict? The T-Rex didn't fail. Evolution didn't fire him. Physics murdered him.
But the family line didn't end. Look up. The dinosaurs are still watching us.
They traded size for flight, teeth for beaks. They adapted. They survived.
And us? The mammals?
We are the children of the asteroid. We rose from the ashes.
If the rock hadn't hit, we would still be scurrying in the dark. Luck is a factor.
Dominance is temporary. Intelligence is our armor, just like size was theirs. Are we safer?
The universe doesn't care who is king. It only cares about who can handle the change.
He teaches us a lesson. You can be the strongest thing on Earth and still vanish.
Respect the king. He ruled for 2 million years. We've only been here for a blink.
The case is closed, but the sky is still open, and the rocks are still waiting.
Extinction is the rule. Survival is the exception. Remember that.
This investigation is concluded. The evidence has been logged.
Next time, we go underwater to hunt a predator that makes the T-Rex look small.
The ocean hides its secrets well, but we know where to look.
If you enjoyed this forensic deep dive, leave a like. It helps the algorithm find the truth.
Subscribe to the Savannah Sagas. The past is a puzzle, and we have all the pieces.